Switch off now. Video. No, you talk. No. She said she'll inform us when to talk. So she'll do the prayer. Okay. Then she will introduce. Then we'll start. Now we have this for some time. Let them see. Just for some time. They'll pray or they'll do. So
Madam.
JP, ஒரு 2-3 minutes ஒரு ஸ்டான்ஸா முடிச்சனே ஆஃப் பண்ணிக்கங்க.
ஓகே மேடம்.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாமா?
எஸ் மேடம், எஸ் மேடம்.
கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் பண்ணுவோமா? பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் வரட்டும்.
மேடம் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம் மேடம்.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம்.
Most respected IQAC Director, Professor Ariyodanambi sir. Most respected resource person of today's session, Mataji Swami Gambirananda Madam. Learned participants, good evening to all. Today, we are on the 4th day of the short-term course on yoga, a tool for transforming the self and the world. A warm welcome to you all on behalf of IQAC. Let us start the program with a prayer. JP sir, unable to hear.
ஓகே மேடம், ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிருங்க.
தம்பி வரலையே.
சாங் வரல மேடம், ஆடியோ வரல இதுல.
அட என்ன சொல்லுங்க? தம்பி வரலையேப்பா.
நீங்க ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிருங்க மேடம்.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணி சொல்லியாச்சு, பிரேயர் சொல்லியாச்சு. போடுங்க நீங்க. பிரேயர் போடுங்க.
Madam, due to some technical problem, the video is not playing, madam.
ஓகே, நான் சொல்லிறேன் சொல்லுங்க.
Program, madam.
ஓகே ஓகே, நீங்க முடிங்க. அட நீங்க ஆடியோ மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. ஓம் சகனா பவது சகனௌ புனக்து சக வீர்யம் கரவாவஹை தேஜஸ்வினாவதீதமஸ்து மா வித்விஷாவஹை. ஓம் சாந்தி சாந்தி சாந்தி. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, madam. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce Swami Gambinanda Saraswati, the resource person for today's first session. Mataji is the direct disciple of Swami Satyananda Saraswati. She was initiated by Paramahamsa Swami Satyananda Saraswati from 1981. For the past 4 decades, she is associated with the Bihar School of Yoga. She is the board member of Sivananda Mutt Vidyapith. Her areas of specialization is yogic therapy and healing. Her research interests are yoga therapy, yogic benefits on asthma, yoga's impact on diabetes and high blood pressure. On behalf of IQAC, a warm welcome to you, Mataji. We are very happy to have you here amongst us for this session. Now the platform is yours.
Hari Om. Thanks a lot.
Hi, let's see.
I'll do the small prayer for my Guru. Guru.
Volume not audible, Mataji.
Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jnanamulam Gurur Murti, Pujamulam Gurur Padam, Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa, Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa. Hari Om.
கொஞ்சம் சவுண்ட் கொஞ்சம் ப்ளீஸ் வால்யூம் கொஞ்சம்.
Today's topic is evolution through chakra. Regarding this, my Guru Swami Satyananda Saraswati said, by means of Kundalini awakening, you are compensating with the laws of nature and speeding up the pace of your physical, mental, spiritual evolution. Once the great Shakti awakens, man is no longer a gross physical body, operating with the lower mind and lower voltage prana. Instead, every cell of his body is charged with the higher voltage of Kundalini Shakti. And when total awakening occurs, man becomes a junior god, an embodiment of divinity. So first, I would like to explain little about chakra. The little meaning of word chakra is wheel or circle. But in yogic context, a better translation of the Sanskrit word of chakra is vortex or whirlpool. The chakras are vortexes of psychic energy, and they are visualized and experienced as circular movement of energy at particular rate of vibration. The chakra related to physiological as well as psychological psychic centers. If you cut the spinal cord transversely at different level, you can see the gray matter in the cross section, which resembles the lotus shape. One of the reason we call chakras lotus. A chakra is like centrally placed electrical poles from which electrical wires are running to different places, houses, street light in the surrounding area. This arrangement is the same for each of the chakra. The nadis which emerge from each chakra carry prana in both direction, forward and backward. As you know, there are 6 chakras in human body, which are directly connected with the higher unilluminated center of the brain. If you bring awakening in chakra, you can bring awakening in the entire brain. The first chakra is Mooladhara. It is situated in the pelvic floor and corresponds to the coccygeal plexus of the nerves. And it is the first chakra in the spiritual evolution of the man, where one goes beyond animal consciousness and start to be a real human being. It is also the last chakra in animal evolution. From Mooladhara chakra upwards lies the chakra which are concerned with illumination and evolution of the higher man. Second chakra is Swadhisthana. So Swadhisthana located at the lowest point or termination of spinal cord. It corresponds to the sacral plexus of nerves. The third chakra is Manipur, situated in the spinal column exactly at the level of the navel. It corresponds to the solar plexus. I'm not giving you detail here because these fundamental things everybody knows. Just a glimpse I'm giving. The fourth chakra is Anahat, and it is lie in the vertebral column behind the base of the heart. It corresponds to the cardiac plexus of the nerve. The fifth chakra is Vishuddhi, known as purifying center, which lies at the level of the throat pit in the vertebral column. This chakra corresponds to the cervical plexus of the nerves. Agnya, the sixth, the most important chakra, corresponds to the pineal gland, lie in the midline of the brain directly above the spinal column. There are 2 higher centers in the brain which referred to in Kundalini Yoga, Bindu and Sahasrara. Bindu is located at the top back of the head, where Hindu Brahmins keep the tuft of the hair. Sahasrara is supreme. It is the final culmination of Kundalini Shakti. It is the seat of higher awareness. It is situated at the top of the head and physically correlated to the pituitary gland, which controls each and every gland and system of the body. So we have altogether, if we see, we have 8 chakras in which Bindus, in some scripts, Bindu is taken by as a chakra, or in some script is not taken as a chakra. So some people say 8 chakras, some people say 7 chakra, but in the spine there are 6 chakras. Now, the awakening of Kundalini and its union with Shiva is immediately connected with the whole brain. The brain has 10 compartments. Of this, 9 are dormant and 1 is active. Whatever we know or whatever we think and do is coming from 1/10 of the brain. The other 9/10, which are in the frontal portion of the brain, are known as inactive or sleeping brain. It is because of the active portion of the brain functions on the energy of Ida and Pingla, but the other 9/10 has only Pingla. Pingla is life and Ida is consciousness. The silent parts of the brain has prana but not consciousness. It is discovered in Kundalini Yoga that the different part of the brain are connected with the chakra. Certain area are connected with Mooladhara Chakra, other with Swadhisthana and Manipur and so on. When you want to turn on an electric lamp, you don't have to touch the lamp. What you do? You operate it by means of the switch on the wall. Likewise, when you want to awaken the brain, you cannot deal with it directly. You have to flick the switches which are located in the chakra. Modern science divides the dormant area of the brain into 10 parts, whereas in Kundalini yoga, we divide it into 6. Each of the chakra is independent. They are not connected with each other. If Kundalini Shakti awakens in Muladhara, it goes directly to Sahasrara, to particular center of the brain. Similarly, from Swadhisthana, the Shakti passes directly to Sahasrara. Same way with other chakras. Shakti goes directly straight to Sahasrara. Kundalini can be awakened in an independent chakra, or it can awaken throughout the whole network of the chakra collectively. All life is evolving and meant to. Human evolution, the evolution which we are going continuously, both as individual and as a race, is a journey through the different chakra. Mooladhara is the most basic and fundamental chakra, from where the commence our evolution. As we evolve towards Sahasrara, experience come to us in the way of life. As different capacity and center awakens progressively within the nervous system. Mooladhara is the first center in human incarnation, but it is the highest chakra that animal has the capacity to awaken. It is there, Sahasrara. The highest chakra beyond Mooladhara are not present in the psychic physiology of animal. Below Mooladhara, there are other chakras which represent the evolution of the animal kingdom. They are only related to sense consciousness and not to mental awareness. These lower centers are no longer functioning in us because we have transcendented them. In the animal body, the inferior chakra are situated in the legs, and so the nadis. The nadis flow to their meeting point at Mooladhara chakra, just as the nadis in human body flow to Agnya Chakra. The name of the lower chakras are, here you see in the screen, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Rasatal, Mahatal, and the lowest is Patal. Like in animal body, Patal is the lowest. In human body, Mooladhara is the lowest, and in higher divine bodies, Bhu is the lowest. Above Sahasrara, there are other chakras, or we can call them lokas. Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapa, and Satyam. Here you can see the animal body, Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Rasatal, Mahatal, and Patal. In human body, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agnya, and Sahasrara. In divine body, you see Bhu, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Tapa, and Satyam. So in three, like in the harmonium or in any musical note, they're divided into three notes. Here also our chakras are divided into three portions. The lower part, middle part, and the upper part. This Bhu, Bhuva, Swa, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satyam represents the higher divine consciousness. So Mooladhara chakra is the highest in animal evolution, the first in human evolution. Sahasrara is the highest in human evolution and the first step in the highest divine evolution. Actually, Kundalini controls every affair of life. When this Shakti was passing through the animal stage of our evolution, it was influencing the whole species with avidya and ignorance. Because this is animal kingdom compelled to follow the path of eating, sleeping, fearing, and mating. This represents the tamasic phase of evolution. From Mooladhara onwards, we pass through the Rajasic phase of evolution, and from Sahasrara onwards, we enter the Sattvic phase of evolution. Up to Mooladhara Chakra, evolution takes place automatically. Animal do not have to practice pranayam. Animal do not have to practice for their evolution any pranayam or yoga, or they don't have to find the guru. Their nature controls them completely and is responsible for every phase of their evolution. So, but once the Kundalini reaches Mooladhara Chakra, evolution is no longer spontaneous, because a human body is not completely depend on the law of nature. Man has awareness of time and space, and he has an ego. He can think, he can know that he is thinking, and he can know that he knows that he is thinking. This is because of the evolution of ego. If there is no ego, there will be not double awareness. Man has higher consciousness, and once he has it, he has to work towards his evolution. That is why it is said that Kundalini is sleeping in Mooladhara Chakra. It cannot progress beyond this point unless it is pushed. So today I am giving you some practical session also. By practicing this, we are trying to push our Kundalini upwards. So when the chakra are awakened, the mind automatically changes. Our values in life also changes, and the quality of our love, charity, compassion, mercy, and relationship evolve immensely, enabling us to balance out the disappointment and frustration in life. Therefore, you can able to live a little higher than you do now, and your attitude towards yourself and towards this life is much better. True containment can also be gained by systematic awakening of the chakra. So this is the message I wanted to give you on awakening of chakra and evolution through the chakras. If you want, I will give you now the practical session. Everybody is ready? Hari Om.
Yes, Swamiji?
Yeah, we are doing some practical class. So you can sit in a comfortable meditative posture. If you know Siddhasan,
I will give to the participants, Swamiji.
Yeah.
Now you are going to give a practical session, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will give instructions. And dear participants, and now Swamiji is going to give some practical techniques to you. So for that, if comfortable, please adapt whatever the instructions are given by the Mataji. Better you have to adapt in sitting position. If possible, you can try. Okay, Mataji, you please continue.
Okay. So sit in any comfortable meditative posture. If possible, please sit in Siddhasan. I assume that everybody know Siddhasan, Siddhayoniyasan. And if you are not comfortable in sitting position, you can lie down also if you have enough space around you in Shavasana. But if you can sit, it will be 20 to 25 minutes time it will take. So if you can sit 20 to 25 minutes, you please sit in any comfortable meditative posture. Best is Siddhasan, because when you sit in Siddhasan, automatically you'll be pressing your Muladhara and Swadhisthana Chakra. So right heel on perineum, left heel below the navel on the right heel. You know Siddhasan, Siddhayoniyasan. Please sit in make yourself comfortable. Place your hands on the knee in Gyan or Chin Mudra. If you're not comfortable, place some rolled cloth under your bottom. So heel is pressing the Muladhara Chakra, the perineum. Spine upright and straight. Head straight. The back of the head in the line of spine. Keep your shoulders loose and relax. Adjust your body to make yourself comfortable. Once again, observe your entire body from top of the head to the tip of the toes. Sit in a comfortable meditative posture. Because you have to be in this position for 20 to 25 minutes. So make sure there is no discomfort in the body. Relax your facial muscles, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, eyelids only touching each other, cheeks, chin, the entire facial muscle is relaxed. Shoulders, drop your shoulders, relax. Your palm or your back of the palm is resting on the knee and fixed on the knee. First finger is touching the thumb in Gyan or Chin Mudra. Your spine is upright and straight, just like the trunk of the tree. The legs resting on the floor, fixed on the floor. Make your leg joints relax. Entire body from head to toe is free from the tension. Release the tension from your body parts and make your each and every part of the body free from the tension. Release all the tensions. Once again, take your awareness from head to toe, scan your body. From top of the head to the tip of the toes. If you have any stiffness or tightness in any part of the body, try to eliminate it. And make your body light and relaxed. I know my body is sitting just like a statue. You come out of the body and go around your own body and see yourself from all the direction, top to bottom. See your front, your total right side of the body. Go to the back, see the entire back. Go to the left side, see the left side of the body. Again, come to the front. And see each and every part of the body is steady. There is no discomfort in the body. And you don't need to make any movement during the practice. Your body is as still as a rock or a statue. Few minutes, observe the body and practice Kayastherium. Observe your stillness of the body, steadiness of the body. Do not develop any tension, tightness in the body. Now gently bring your awareness to the natural breath. Observe your incoming and outgoing breath. Your breath is flowing naturally without any effort. Breath is flowing in, breath is flowing out, and you are the observer of the breath. Whether your breath is slow or fast, shallow or deep, long or short, do not change the rhythm of the breath. Only observe the incoming and outgoing breath. For a few minutes, when you observe the breath will be normal. The breath will be rhythmic, relaxed, and it will flow evenly. When the breath flows evenly, your mind is calm and quiet, and there will be balance in both hemispheres of the brain. When the breath is flowing in, you see the whole body is expanding. When the breath is flowing out, the whole body is contracting slightly. Like a balloon. When breath flows in, your body is expanding. When the breath flows out, your body is contracting. Imagine your body like a hollow structure, like a balloon. Or a transparent shell. Only you can see in the body your spine from top to bottom. You take your awareness at the bottom, at the perineum or coccyx, cervix. For female, it is cervix. For male, it is perineum. Muladhara. With breath, feel the expansion and contraction in your Muladhara chakra. And mentally repeat Muladhara, Muladhara, Muladhara. When you inhale, feel the gentle expansion. When you breathe out, contraction. Only in Muladhara. Inhale, expand, exhale, contract. When you inhale, say mentally Muladhara, 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 7 times. Now take your awareness little up to Swadhisthana at the base of the tailbone, and its Kshetram is in the front pelvic region. In the center of the pelvic region, you imagine a hole, and through this hole, breath is flowing in transversely and piercing your chakra at the back. And when you're inhaling, the pelvic region is expanding, breath is flowing in, and when you exhale, the breath is flowing out. When it is piercing, you say Swadhisthana. See your breath as a prana. Prana is flowing in. When you inhale, transversely from the pelvic hole to Swadhisthana, and pelvic region is expanding. When you breathe out, the breath is flowing out. In this way, continue this practice, piercing the chakra. When your prana is piercing the chakra, you say Swadhisthana. Because the name of the chakra is also the mantra for the chakras. And when you're piercing with prana, your chakras, feel the vibration in chakras. Now go a little up behind the navel, Manipur chakra. From the whole of the navel, breath is flowing in transversely to the Manipur chakra and piercing your Manipur chakra. And when you breathe out, the breath is flowing out. When you inhale, your navel is rising up. When you exhale, it's contracting. Say Manipur when you're piercing your chakra. You're sending the prana, atmospheric prana to chakras and bring purification. Feel the vibration in chakras. Each time, chant the mantra Manipur when it pierces your chakra. Inhale, the breath is flowing transversely from whole of the navel to Manipur. When you breathe out, the breath is flowing from Manipur to the whole and out. With each breath, you are practicing, make sure With each breath is flowing in and out transversely. Now go little up to Anahat Chakra. From center of the sternum, you imagine a hole from where the breath is passing to Anahat Chakra in the spine, just behind the sternum pit. The breath is flowing transversely. And say Anahat, Anahat, Anahat. When you inhale, the sternum region is expanding. When you exhale, it's contracting. Just feel the prana is flowing in the form of arrow and piercing the Anahat Chakra. Now go next to Vishuddhi Chakra, throat pit. In the same manner, from throat pit, your breath is flowing to Vishuddhi Chakra in the spine, just behind the throat pit, transversely. And you feel little expansion and contraction in throat pit region. Say Vishuddhi when you are piercing your Vishuddhi. Now go a little more up to Agnya, center of the eyebrow. From center of the eyebrow, draw a straight line behind your head and a straight line put upwards from spine. Where these two lines are meeting is the place of Agnya Chakra. Where your pineal gland is situated. Through eyebrow center, you inhale, say Agnya, you're piercing your Agnya with the prana. When you exhale from Agnya to eyebrow center, go next to the Sahasrara. There is no Kshetram for Sahasrara. It's the place where the children are having soft palate. When you're breathing in, it's slightly expanding. When you're breathing out, it's contracting. You feel in Sahasrara, the top of the head. Inhale, expansion, exhale, contraction. The entire head is expanding because Sahasrara is covering your entire top region, top of the head. Is expanding and contracting with each breath. Say Sahasrara. Now all the chakras from Mooladhara to Sahasrara are glittering with the prana. Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agnya, Sahasrara. With your closed eyes, in front of your closed eyes, visualize Mooladhara. Mooladhara is 4-petal crimson red color, 4-petal crimson red color lotus. In the center, you see the yellow square, the yantra of the Mooladhara. Visualize in front of your closed eyes. In the center of the yellow square, Lam mantra is written. Visualize clearly crimson red color 4-petal lotus with yellow square and Lam mantra. In front of your closed eyes, clearly visualize the Mooladhara chakra and place it to the region of the Mooladhara at bottom, facing upwards. And chant the mantra Lam with me 7 times. Lam, 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 Lam. Now bring your awareness again in front of your closed eyes. Visualize the 2nd chakra, Swadhisthana, vermilion color 6-petal lotus, vermilion color 6-petal lotus with crescent moon in the center, white color crescent moon, the yantra of the Swadhisthana, and on the top, mantra is written Vam. Visualize the chakra 6-petal vermilion color, 6-petal chakra with crescent moon, the white color crescent moon in the center, and the top of the crescent moon, the mantra written Vam. When you see this chakra clearly, when you can visualize this chakra clearly, place it at the root of the spine, just behind the pelvic region, facing upwards. You see your Swadhisthana chakra clearly there. Focus your mind there and chant Vam mantra 7 times with me. Vam, 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 Vam. Your chakra is vibrating with the Vam mantra. You can feel it. Now bring your awareness in front of the closed eyes. Visualize the chakra Manipura. Bright yellow color, 10-petal chakra. Bright yellow color, 10-petal chakra, the lotus. In the center of the bright yellow lotus, you see the red inverted triangle. In the center of the yantra, written Ram, the Bij mantra of this chakra. So visualize bright yellow 10-petal lotus in front of your closed eyes with the red inverted triangle in the center and with the Ram mantra. Visualize it clearly. Now place this chakra behind the navel in the spine, facing upwards. See clearly your chakra behind the navel in the spine, Manipura. Keep visualizing it and chant the mantra Ram with me 7 times. Ram, 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 Ram. Now Manipur chakra is vibrating and it's open. Now we go to Anahat Chakra. Visualize in front of your closed eyes 12-petal blue color chakra. 12-petal blue color chakra, Anahat, 12-petal. With blue hexagon in the center, 2 inverted, one is facing downwards, one is facing upwards, 2 triangles crossing each other. And the center of this yantra, mantra is written Yam. Yam. So visualize the blue colored 12-petal lotus in front of your closed eyes and see the blue hexagon in the center, 2 inverted triangles, Yam mantra in the center. Visualize it clearly. Visualize it clearly. Anahat Chakra. Now place your Anahat Chakra behind the heart, behind the sternum, in his spine. Visualize continuously and chant the mantra Yam. Yam, 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 Yam. Now visualize Vishuddhi Chakra in front of your closed eyes, 16-petal violet color chakra, 16-petal violet color chakra, and the white circle in the center, white circle in the center where it is written the mantra Hum. violet color 16 petal lotus, violet color 16 petal lotus with the white circle in the center. Mantra is written hum. Visualize it clearly in front of your closed eyes. Now place this chakra behind the throat pit in the spine, facing upwards. You continuously visualize the chakra and chant the mantra hum. Hum, 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 hum. Now we go to the Agnya Chakra. Agnya Chakra is 2 petal lotus, gray color or white color, 2 petal lotus. In the center, gray color circle, which is the yantra of the Agnya Chakra. In the gray color circle is written Om, the Bij mantra of Agnya Chakra. Visualize in front of your closed eyes, gray color 2 petal chakra, a lotus, with the gray color circle in the center with Om mantra. Try to visualize clearly and place it behind the eyebrow center in the brain, center of the brain. Gaze it clearly and say the mantra Om with me 7 times. Om, 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 Om. Now go to the top of the head. See the 1000 petal chakra is enveloping your entire head region, multicolored chakra. You keep your mind in the center of the lotus. Keep your mind in the center of the lotus and chant with me again Om 7 times. Om. Feel the vibration. Om. 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 Now see all the chakras, all the lotus turn into golden color. Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipur, Anahat, Vishuddhi, Agnya, Sahasrara. All the chakras are full of prana and awakened, and they are golden in color. From the center of the all chakras, Sushumna is flowing. And you see in the Muladhara, just on the top of the yellow square, Dhumralingam, Shiva and the serpent, 3.5 coiled serpent. You chant with me the mantra, Muladhara mantra, Om Muladhara. Om Muladhara. Om Muladhara. Now when I am saying Kundalini Arohanam, you see the serpent is going up to Muladhara to Swadhisthana. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Now your Kundalini is in Swadhisthana. Say Om Swadhisthana. Om Swadhisthana. Om Swadhisthana. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Om Manipura. Om Manipura. Om Manipura. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Om Anahat. Om Anahat. Om Anahat. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Om Vishuddhi. Om Vishuddhi. Om Vishuddhi. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Om Agnya. Om Agnya. Om Agnya. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Om Sahasrara. Om Sahasrara. Om Sahasrara. Where the union takes place. This is the union of Shiva and Shakti. Now we bring our Kundalini Avarohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Bring your Kundalini down to Muladhara. Kundalini Arohanam. Kundalini Arohanam. Your entire chakras are awakened, glittering. You feel the bliss and anandam. Your Guru's blessing is with you. Now bring your awareness to your body. Feel your body parts. You're sitting in a comfortable meditative posture. Take your own time. Come back to the normal position. Slowly rub your palms, place it over the eyes. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari
Ah,
Om.
switch light.
Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Swamiji,
Yeah?
you have finished, huh?
Yeah.
Dear participants, you please put any clarifications, doubts, put it in the chat box. Swamiji will answer.
Time to time, we are doing chakra meditation class.
Madam.
More in more detail, chakra shuddhi for each and every chakra.
Madam.
When we are doing, you can raise your questions more than.
Swamiji,
Yes.
can it able to do and adapt for all age? They're asking.
They should not a small age, above 16.
This meditation is, which time is suitable?
Timing is mostly evening.
So better to practice in the evening, Swamiji said.
Whenever for practice, whenever you feel you have a calm time, nobody will disturb you, that time you practice, either in the night before going to bed or early morning, you can practice.
Any other restrictions during practice?
Restrictions means if you are practicing it regularly, chakra meditation, then make sure your food is not very rajasic. It should be sattvic.
Would you please explain, Swamiji, about Kundalini Yoga?
Sorry?
They want to some brief introduction about Kundalini Yoga. Again, they want to.
For that, they have to come to the class.
So Kundalini Yoga is a vast subject.
Yes.
Whether you can contact Swamiji and get the information. So we will give the secretary's number. After that, we will post her email ID also. If there are any queries, you please ask her. They will reply. Is there any process for meditation for the working place in the workplace? Okay. Swamiji.
Working place we can do, but we should have a sitting place, proper sitting place for meditation.
Okay. Can we do daily? They're asking. Can we do daily?
Yes, yes.
Then next question, which are the asanas activating our chakras?
Yeah, that I teach when I teach individual classes, when I take for Muladhara, some asanas from Swadhisthana, some asanas that we are teaching independently when we are taking classes. Because there are different asanas, different chakras awakening. Can
we focus on one chakra?
Yes, yes. you can awaken one chakra, you can awaken your all chakra. But we have to be very careful under the guidance you must do.
Yeah, because yes, as Swamiji said, it is not only easy process. Beginners, you have to take a practice with the appropriate teacher, master. Next question. You say that when we meditate, our breath passes through each chakra, but ancient Tamil texts have quoted that our breath flows to our chakras only during certain times of the day. Which one is correct?
I didn't understand. Once again.
Our breath, our breath passes through each chakra during our meditation practices. But ancient Tamil texts have quoted that our breath flows to our chakras only during the certain times of the day.
Yeah, that is correct. So it will not, breathe will not pierce all the chakra all the time.
Yes. Is there any time limit for this practice, Swamiji?
When you're starting, you should do 10 minutes, then slowly you can improve.
First, you have to start with 5 to 10 minutes, then you have to increase the duration.
If you're starting, you start with the mantra chanting. Each chakra mantras you chant 11 times or 27 times, and then slowly improve the practice.
Your observation. How to control thought during the meditation practice?
No need to control the thought. Just do the practice.
So no need to control our thought. Better you can continue your practice as said by Swamiji. Is it connected to prana?
Yes, it is prana only. Kundalini is prana.
Observations. How the different with the Patanjali?
Okay.
Wait.
Swamiji, they want the commentary. What words you used when you were doing this chakra dharana?
Huh? What?
The commentary, that sounds and all you gave. Now
Yeah.
Lam, that sounds. Can you share the commentary done by you?
That I want. You must have recorded, no? Just now. Somebody must have recorded.
That recording, what we have done today, can it be shared to the participants?
I didn't record.
You didn't record. Okay.
You can share.
Okay. They want to join your class, Swamiji. How can they join? Suppose they want to join your yoga class.
Yoga class or chakra meditation?
They have given, how can we join Swamiji's class?
Class means online we have classes, and we have teachers training courses going on now, and we have regular classes also, online classes.
Your institution name.
My institution is Shivdarshan Yoga Vidyalaya at AP Road, Chulai.
That's Chulai, Chennai.
Yeah, Chennai.
Okay. Then how to differentiate with Patanjali Yoga, ma'am?
Everything Patanjali Yoga only. Patanjali Yoga is Raj Yoga. Ours is Integral Yoga, Bihar School of Yoga, Integral Yoga. So we teach for body, mind, emotions, everything, spirituality. Patanjali Yoga means only is connected with the
body. Your observations about raising and existing blocks cause various levels in different nadis. How far experience support this aspect?
I didn't understand what.
your observations about its racing and existing blocks cause various level in different nadis. How far experience support this aspect? Okay, Swamiji, no problem. Then
I didn't understand the question.
even myself, madam. Difference between chakras and asana, Guruji.
Chakra and asana.
They've asked.
Chakra is subtle psychic centers in the brain, in the spine.
So I will answer Guruji. So chakra is the energy center, but
Energy
asana
centers.
is the posture.
Postures. Asana means the postures. By practicing asanas, we can bring awakening in our chakras also.
Swamiji has given the contact particulars in the chat box. Please, the participant, make use of it. Shiva Darshan Yoga Vidyalaya. The contact number is given. For any courses, you can contact this person.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, everybody. Hari Om.
Swamiji?
Yes.
Please be online. Now I request Dr. Pravina Madam, Associate Professor, Department of Education, is proposed to vote of thanks.
Good evening to all of you. Mataji has introduced us to Chakra Dharana. That is the concentration of the chakras in conjunction with the breath. It helps in awakening the energy of the chakras. Though virtually, Mata has given us the practice. Thank you very much, Mataji, for your valuable practice and for the valuable explanation you've given us on Chakra Dharana. Thank you. Thank you, Madam, on behalf of IQAC of Annamalai University and for sharing your expertise. Thank you, Ji.
Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari Om.
You can leave the session, Mataji.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam? Dr. Soni Kumari, Madam? Are you here? I'm audible, Madam?
Yes, yes. Yeah, very much, ma'am. Namaste, ma'am. Yeah, you're audible. Can you hear me, ma'am? Can you hear me, ma'am? Sushila, ma'am? Am I audible to you?
I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready, Madam?
Yeah, ma'am. I'm ready. Yeah.
Good evening, one
My
and all.
voice is.
So today is the 4th day, 8th session of 1 week short-term course on yoga, the tool for harmonizing self and the world. Now I invite Dr. Soni Kumari, is the professor SBSI, deemed to be university, and she has completed PhD in January 2009 from SVSI University and having 15 years of teaching experience in the field of yoga, and also served as the control of examination SVSI for the 3 years. And she has published more than 40 papers in national and international index journals. She has presented several papers in national and international conferences, seminars, and workshops. She has guided more than 40 postgraduate students in their dissertation work, and she has produced 8 PhD scholars and have completed the thesis under her guidance. Now she presently working as a professor and deputed as a Dean of Academics at SBSI, deemed to be University, Bangalore. Now I invite you on behalf of the IQAC-ANNAMALAI University and Center for Yoga Studies to deliver the topic Yoga for Harmonious Relations. Now over to Madam Soni Kumari, Madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. My voice is clear, ma'am. Am I audible to everyone? Yeah. So thank you, ma'am. I would like to thank the organizing committee and for giving me an opportunity to speak in front of you on the topic of harmonizing self and the world. I would also like to thank Dr. Venkata Chalapati sir and Sushila ma'am for their considering me as a speaker on this platform. Thank you. Now I would like to start my topic presentation.
Excuse me, madam.
Yeah, ma'am.
You just adjust your video screen.
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. Now lower face is no, like left. For me, left.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Now is it okay?
Down. Madam, head, adjust your head, madam. You just see the webcam. You know.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. Just a second, ma'am.
You
Now
just see
okay,
your video. Yeah, this is okay, madam. Fine.
Okay. Fine, ma'am.
Fine. PowerPoint is also visible.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Just a second, ma'am. Yeah, there's a light coming here. I think now it is clear, correct? I can continue. Yes, fine, ma'am. So, welcome to all the participants in today's lecture. The topic is, of course, the theme of workshop itself is a yoga as a tool for harmonizing the self and the world. So, what is yoga? Because everything is based on the yoga, the topic, the seminar theme itself is depending. The main word is used as a yoga here. So, yoga means union, connecting self with Atman. When we say yoga, word has come from the Yujyate Aneni Iti Yoga. In yogic text, it has been rightly mentioned and very correctly it has been said, yoga talks about union of individual self with the cosmic self in higher sense. In the layman language, if we define the yoga is nothing, is a way of lifestyle. So how we lead a life, how we lead a healthy life, peaceful life. So yoga deals with the overall happiness of the life, not only it deals with the physical status of the human being, it also takes care of the mental, emotional, intellectual, spiritual, all the other seats of the individual. So when we say yoga has come from the yuj word, and the literal meaning of yoga in English is a union. So here, when we say union of what? So union between individual self with the cosmic self. Atma ka, when we try to meet our Atma, our individual soul with the cosmic soul. So connecting self with the Atman. Now, what is the how yoga plays an important role in harmonizing the self and the world? Because individual is a part of society, and society is a part of nation, and nation finally contributes in terms of global growth. So when we say world and the individual, it is a very much connecting.
Madam,
There's a
excuse me, madam.
relationship.
Ma'am,
Yeah, ma'am.
yeah, full screen we want, full screen. Can't able to
Okay, ma'am.
read. F5,
Sure,
put
sure.
F5, madam.
Yeah, fine, yeah. Now it is okay, ma'am? Yeah, I think now I've done full screen. Is it okay, ma'am?
No, madam, no, madam.
Yeah.
Full screen,
Okay,
full
from
screen
here
we
I-
want.
Yeah, I have
Put
done my
F5.
full screen.
F5 you put.
Yeah, I have put, ma'am. Here it is showing the full screen. Just a second, ma'am. Now is it okay, ma'am?
No issues, madam. You continue, but it's not coming.
Okay.
No problem. You continue, madam. Continue. No issues. We'll manage.
Okay, ma'am. I'll just reshare the slide. Just a second, ma'am. Yeah.
It's not coming. It's not shared. They were
Yeah.
PPT. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem, ma'am. I'll just try to share once again.
Sharing the PPT, madam. Share your PPT.
Ma'am, I think now it has come.
Madam, Susila, madam. Share screen, madam. Yes, madam.
Now it is visible, ma'am.
Yes, madam. Yes.
Visible, full screen it has come. Is it okay, ma'am? Should I? One second, ma'am. Now it is fine, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
I'm sorry, is it okay? Full slide I have put. Is it okay? Full screen? Is it showing, ma'am? Slides are visible, ma'am.
Madam, you start.
Yeah, I think slides are not yet visible light area. Okay, ma'am. Sorry, I don't know. Okay. So we were talking about what is yoga, and then why yoga plays an important role in managing individuals' life, and how it plays an important role in contributing towards society and globally. So the first thing, the yoga word has come from the IQAC-ANNAMALAI yoga. So knowing the self, which is in yoga also it has been said, swadhyaya, swan theory, the strength, weakness, ambition and need. So the strength of an individual, which is an asset of every individual's life. So yoga deals with the Swadhyaya is a principle which everyone has to follow for their individual growth in life. Knowing the swan, the strength and weakness and ambition and need of an individual can really progress in their life, and finally he or she can contribute towards growth of the society, nation, and globally also they can contribute. So what is strength here? So everyone has their own strength and their weaknesses. Without knowing the strength and weakness, if we try to achieve something in life, we'll be able to fail in achieving the same. So this is very important for everyone to know that what is strength and what is weaknesses in their life, and what they want to, what is their ambition of life, ambition and the need. There's always conflict and confusion between ambition and the need. We want to achieve something in life which is not needed. For an example, that we have everything with us, but still we are never ever happy and satisfied. In yoga, as one of the yama and niyama, we say that Soch, Santosh, Tapas, Swadhyaya, and Ishwar Pranidhana. Niyama and yama, Satya, Ahimsa, Aste, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha. When we say contentment, the Shantosa, and when we say the Aparigraha, these two are very, it has been, it may be used in the one sense, but it has a lot of deeper meaning inside. The same thing can be used here in the ambition and need. So everybody, Aparigraha is something can be correlated with the ambition, which is endless. Individual has endless ambition to achieve in their life. Why? Because they have the sense of competition, not the cooperation. So they always try to excel themselves. Either they are capable to achieve that or not, without knowing their strength, without knowing their weaknesses. And when we talk about the need is something which is very much essential for individual growth. We should be knowing what is required to sustain a good life. More than that, which is not required, we should not be panicked. We should not go behind that. So when we say aparigraha, Soch, Santosh, Tapas, Swadhyaya, aparigraha. So this is as one of the niyama. Aparigraha says like non-possessiveness. We should not try to acquire the things which is not required for our life. If we keep acquiring the things, accumulating the things which is unnecessary we have done, so it will be very difficult for us to preserve the same for a longer time. So individuals should know their strength, weakness, ambition and need. Therefore, the ambition and need and strength and weakness, it is very much, is based on the first two limbs of Raj Yoga, the Stang Yoga, Yama and Niyama. If we really follow the Yama and Niyama in our life, the life will be very easy and life will be progressing. Whatever we want to achieve in our objectives of the life can be achieved easily. But in most of us, in human being has tendency to go behind and try to compare and having the feeling of jealousy, seeing others are growing, why not me? But if you have understood the Swan theory properly, if you have understood our strength, weakness and ambition need, which is well defined in yogic text, we'll be never ever unhappy, sorrowful, and we'll never face the pain in our life. So this is very important for everybody to know that, understand that, implement in their lifestyle. So yoga deals with the Swan theory, and the same principle we do have in the management also. The management principles also talks about the SWOT theory: strength, weakness, opportunity and threat. So, but the management principles are a bit little different from the yoga principle, which is SWAN, because here we are more focusing on the what is required. Opportunity and threat, the negative aspect of an individual has not been discussed nowhere in the yogic text. So this is very important when we talk about yoga. How to unite yourself with the others, how to unite yourself with the cosmic self, and how to unite with your society. So for uniting yourself broadly, we should have the understanding of yoga in a broader manner, and out of which the Swan theory is a very, very important role it plays here. Now, When we say yoga starts with awareness, now the one thing, the very basic thing why the question arises here, we say that yoga is different from other forms of physical postures. We say aerobic, gym, and any other form of exercise, where yoga is totally different from these concepts because yoga is basically based on the three major principles, which are awareness, breath awareness, and the here we are energy, we are not spending energy, we are trying to accumulate the energy. So awareness plays an important role in any yoga practices and the principles. So yoga is not only the physical postures which we have misunderstood. There's a misconception behind yoga. Yoga in the beginning we were thinking is just a physical posture what we perform 1 hour in the morning or evening and we call ourselves we are a great yogi. No. Yoga starts with awareness. If you know about yourself properly, that itself is a yoga. So yoga starts with the awareness. So we say Atha Yoga Anushasanam, which is written in the first chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, the first verse of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. When we are disciplined in our life, there only yoga starts. Nowhere we say asana is the first limb. We talk about first yama and niyama, then only we talk about the third limb of Raj Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, which is asana. So yoga is a lifestyle. It is not only physical posture, it is more than that. So here, yoga starts with awareness where we try to bring the togetherness, the feeling of togetherness, that equanimity, samatvam yog uchyate, the concept which has been mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, our yogic test. So everywhere yoga talks about the awareness. First of all, we should become aware our own self, then only we can make others to become their own self. So which is very, very important. Now, when we say yoga is a lifestyle, lifestyle is it is not like 1 hour of asana or pranayama or meditation, what you perform alone is called as a yoga. Yoga is a way of life, how you lead your life, not even performing any posture also, you can say you are a yogi if you have inculcated that principles of yoga in your life. Following any one of the yamas or niyamas and the swan theory or any one thing, any principles and rules of the yoga if you have followed, the do's and don'ts of the individual life and the social life, if you have followed that code of conduct, you yourself call as a yoga or yoga masters. So asana and yoga postures is only one of the steps to achieve the goal, but not the complete set of the yoga practices is a part of yogic lifestyle, not the complete set of yogic lifestyle. So when we say yoga starts with awareness or how we grow from the grosser level to the more and more subtler level, taking as an example the stand yoga from yama to samadhi, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana and samadhi. The other way of explanation, if you take the 5 layers of body, the 5 seats of body, starting from Annamay, Pranmay, Manomay, Vijnanmay and Anandamay. So yoga deals with all the 5 layers of body, the overall growth of the personality, individual. It doesn't deal only with the grosser level body, physical body. It deals from grosser to more and more subtler, covering all the panch koshas, the 5 layers and the 5 seats of body. You can practice you can take any one yoga, you can follow any one yoga in your life, the 4 streams of yoga which has been mentioned by Swami Vivekananda, Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga and Jnana Yoga. You can follow any path of yoga, but the final goal of everyone's life is to attain moksha in higher sense. But in layman language we say we want to be happy in our life. So individual has to be happy, and for maintaining that happiness forever in life, what we should be knowing, we should be following the principles of life. The yama and niyama itself, we can have the 1 hour or maybe 10 sessions can be conducted only taking one yama or niyama like santosha, tapas, swadhyaya or satya, ahimsa, anything. So we can have, one topic can be taken as a PhD thesis also. We know it has deeper meaning, and there are several yogic tests which has described in detail. So following these principles, the code of conduct, do's and don'ts in our life, we can grow from grosser level to the more and more subtler level. You can choose any path of yoga, either Raj Yoga, which is also known as Ashtanga Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, or Jnana Yoga. Whatever you perform, it becomes Karma Yoga. We don't talk about their practicing of asana, pranayama, not physical postures itself, but still you yourself can call you are a real Karma Yogi, because whatever you perform, you have followed that Bhagavad Gita. Basically, the Bhagavad Gita text has in detail, very well prescribed, and the conversation between Lord Krishna and Arjuna very rightly said how an individual should perform their action in day-to-day life. And Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about how we can achieve in our life, from how we can progress from Yama to Samadhi, and all other texts. Now, contribution of an individual from self to society, nation, and finally at global level. So here the theme of the seminar, the workshop itself is how individual can contribute towards global growth, starting from individual to society and towards nation and finally global level. So what happens when we say animal to divinity level growth, which is the aim of Raj Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, or overall yogic concept, is also built on this principle only. So how a human being can behave differently from animal, how an individual can grow in their life, and how an animal instinct can be subsided, and you can grow towards divinity, and you can bring that qualities in individual life following the yogic path in your day-to-day life. The purpose of yoga is that how you can inculcate, implement the principles and practices in your day-to-day life, so that you can progress in your spiritual path of life. More than materialistic growth, you should progress from materialistic to spiritualistic growth. Now, progress from self towards the final goal of life, which is just to attain moksha.
Madam, excuse me, madam. Change the slide.
Okay, I think I have changed, ma'am. I'm still in that explanation. Just a second, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. This is changed, ma'am. Now it has changed. Now the slides have changed, ma'am.
No, no, madam. It is only the first yoga.
Oh, okay, ma'am. I don't know why it has happened. Okay. Now second slide, third slide, ma'am. I'm into the third slide. Is it visible now? No. Okay, ma'am. Okay. I think here it is showing, ma'am. And now can you see my third slide, ma'am?
Madam, in the first slide only visible yoga.
Okay. I think I need to.
Again, you stop sharing. Then you have to start again.
No, just see, ma'am. Maybe next. Now it is visible. No, now also not. Here, okay. I'll just stop sharing, ma'am. I don't know what is the problem in present. I'll end this. Is it okay, ma'am, now? No.
If not possible, madam, no issues. You just talk. Then you have to share PPT to me. I will send it to all the participants.
Yeah,
you
sure,
just continue your lecture. Sorry for the interruption.
No, ma'am. It is. I should say sorry. Something is wrong, ma'am. Actually, I'm trying to share here. I'm not okay. Now is it okay, ma'am? I have come to the third slide.
Yes, madam. It is okay now.
Okay. So I have come to third slide. Is visible to you, ma'am? Okay, I can continue from here. Yeah. So I was talking about that, how that growth from individual level to global, and okay, how progress from self towards the final goal of life, how we can achieve the final goal of life, and the growth from individual level to the global level. So for reaching to from individual level growth to the global level growth and the contribution towards society, There are value-based education system which has been prescribed and which has been rightly mentioned long back by teachings of Swami Vivekananda, and there are several books which has been already published. So basically, when we say value-based education system, it is also aligned with the yogic lifestyle. So when we say value-based education system, as we know, the present modern education system, the latest, the national education policy, the new education policy, what has been brought just last year, they have tried to implement the Gurukula Shishya Parampara, the system which we were having in ancient time, which is totally missing in present scenario, in present education system, which is more focused on the value-based education system. It is nothing like bread, butter, earning education system, which we do follow at present day. And but what was more emphasized on those days when we were having Gurukula Shishya Parampara. So the main focus has been given in value-based education system, man-making, character building, and nation building. So when we say man-making, character building, and nation building, so man-making refers to the individual growth, character building also part of that, and when we talk about nation building, this is like how an individual can contribute towards growth of nation and society, and finally overall growth of a global level and internationally how they can contribute. So very, very important, we should also try to inculcate these values in our education system, which is missing. The present day, we more focus how we'll become engineer, doctor, how to earn more and more money, the salary point of view, only from economic point of view, materialistic growth. Only one sided we are more focusing, and other side we have already missed in our own life. So the progress should be, not vertically, should be horizontally. So if we can add in present education system, the character building and the nation building, the contribution, how individual can contribute towards society, then the education system will be flourished in all the way. It is not only, it will be one dimensional, it will be multi-dimensional. So yoga deals with this aspects also. When we say character building, nation building, all those principles, the practices and the rules and theories has been well defined in all the yogic text. So it is very, very important for an individual, for the present day youngsters to know why the present education system is not flourishing, or it is not giving you value added courses, because we have missed the main theme of our education system, which was previously based on the Gurukula Shishya Parampara, where we are maintaining discipline, interpersonal relationship, and the cardiac relationship with the teacher and students. So we need to build these kind of scenario atmosphere in our education system also, so that individual will be having sense of responsibility towards society and nation. Only if they are self-centered, how to earn more and more money and be happy in your own life, then nation never can grow. So for contributing towards society and nation, we have to bring these things, implement in our education system also. Now, how to do that? What way we can, these are the things how it can be implemented. What are the benefits of that? So laws of harmonizing self and society. So what are the laws which we need to follow and practice in our day-to-day life to bring the harmony between self and society? So individual and group behaviors could be different, and child good at home, naughty in school, vice versa. This is just an example. When we say law of organizing self and society, how we can regulate an individual and who can really contribute towards societal growth. An individual can behave differently in two different situations. It is very common, obvious. A child, example has been given here, a child can be good at home but naughty in school, vice versa, or maybe good in school and very naughty at home. So the individual performs depending upon the given scenario, situation and condition. The individual behaves differently. So how to bring the harmonization and how to bring harmony between these two situations? For that, individual has to be dealt in detail and should know the value of there that swan theory which we discussed, strength, weakness, ambition, and need. Now, ma'am, sorry to ask you, my slides are changing, ma'am. No. Okay. Now, what are the beneficial? Yeah. Now, what are the benefits or beneficial effects at grosser level? When we say individual can behave differently at home or in school, or you can say at workplace or at home or anywhere. So individual behaves differently. Why? Because individual has not understood the self identity, and time to time the individual is keep changing his identity depending upon the situation and demand. But how to bring the harmony? There are different ways to bring harmony. There is first example, this slide talks about how to bring the harmony, what are the beneficial effects when we try to harmonizing individual self with the society. So at grosser level, the changes can come in terms of the example, brings regularity. When individual has been put in one group or amount, like there are one individual, and if you work in team, when you work in group, then what happens? The group will affect your performance. Especially if you see in workplace, in corporate sector or in any workplace, the employees try to perform better seeing others. It brings the regularity. Maybe the one example, maybe it can be given here. Suppose one employees keep missing the targets, not meeting the deadlines. Maybe the reason can be personal or professionals, irregular in their work and irregular in their office work, or maybe more absenteeism in office. So what happens? Seeing the group, the person will be channelized properly and it will bring the regularity in their life. And of course, this regularity will also contribute in organizational performance, overall performance of an individual, and finally it will contribute to the society also. The second objective, when we say at grosser level, what will happen when you work in team or in society, taking a group together. So it also, laziness will be overcome. You can overcome from the laziness, letharginess. You will be able to stimulate yourself. You will be actively participating in all the activities because you have sense of cooperation, not the sense of competition. And here yoga plays an important role. Yoga never talks about the competitions, spardha. It always talks about the how to cooperate, how to coordinate between others, between one or maybe in a group. So it also overcomes the laziness. The third, it brings the techniques learned easily. The example can be the same task can be learned easily if you learn in group, because there are people to help you, motivate you and nourish you. So it will really impact your performance. So that anything can be learned easily and achieved easily. The targets can be achieved easily in lesser time and it will be achieved on given timeline. And fourth one is it builds confidence. Unachievable becomes achievable, means that whatever you thought you cannot achieve when you perform individually, you can achieve in a group because you have proper coordination. Suppose we are trying to build a car. A mechanical engineer can build, when you say that you are trying to construct a building or anything, a good engineer can really, but you need contractor, you need engineers, you need the map. There are many people who are involved in constructing a building or apartment. Why do you need all these people? Because somebody will be estimating the budget, somebody will be proposing that what kind of proportion should be there. There are people who construct the building, there are people who give the designing, there are people who really build the building. So builds confidence. When you work in group, the individual skills are very, very important. And when you bring all individual skills in a group, then really it will build the confidence and you can achieve the very difficult task also can be achievable and in very difficult circumstances. That is the advantage of working in a group or in a team. Now the next, that such an atmosphere for work in workplace to achieve objectives, regularity brings how? Now we have discussed how we can bring the regularity, how we can reduce the absenteeism, how we can bring the harmony, how we can contribute to a society. And there are different ways which will really contribute in overall growth, the holistic growth of an individual and overall growth of an organization and nation. So how it is possible? There are certain rules which we need to follow. There are certain laws and principles which we need to follow in our day-to-day activity in day-to-day life. The first one, tuning. Tuning like aims to be understood properly. Aims to be understood properly, tune in fully resonating with the group better interpersonal skill. Why tuning is required? How the unachievable task becomes achievable? Because you are trying to tune yourself with the team, with the group, with the society, with the nation. Why it is important? It plays an important role. It is the first principle allowed to correct yourself and then progress towards societal growth. Aims to be understood properly. Here I would like to give an example. When we take an example of any organizational growth, any company, any industry, when individual has understood the organizational aim and objective, 100% he or she is going to contribute, aligning their objective, individual life objective, with the organizational growth objectives and aim. If you have not understood the organizational objective, then what will happen? You will be always worried about your personal growth, leaving the organization behind, and you cannot perform well. So first of all, individuals should understand for whom you have been appointed, what is the purpose of you to become here, and you need to know your SWAN theory, strength, weakness, ambition and need, and you need to align your ambition and need with the organizational growth, with the society growth, societal growth, or the nation growth. It is not individual cannot grow until unless they try to contribute something or other towards society. For that, they need to understand properly, they need to tune themselves properly, resonate themselves properly with the group, with the team, and to build a better interpersonal life skill. Better interpersonal skill is also one of the life skill, which is very, very important. There should be proper coordination, proper, cardial, coordination. Otherwise, if you are not having good rapport with your colleagues, with your boss, with your superiors, then what will happen? Finally, you will end up with so many conflicts and confusion, and forget about your growth, and neither your growth will take place nor the organization growth or society growth will take place. So we should be very, very clear. The growth of individual's aim and organizational aim should be aligned together, should match, should not mismatch. If it is mismatching, no growth can be seen, neither at individual level, nor at team level, nor at society level, nowhere. So resonating with the group is very, very important. For that, we should have better interpersonal skill. The next law, a principle to bring the harmony between individual and the world, what is required? The law 2 talks about new attitude. New attitude is something, what is we need? Yoga always talks about look at the difficulties as opportunities. Each soul is potentially divine. Very well said by Swami Vivekananda long back. And be and make. See, when we say be and make, first correct yourself and then try to preach or teach others. If we have not followed and corrected ourselves, we don't have right to object on others. We don't have right to raise the hand on others. And each soul is potentially divine. Never ever we should ignore others' potentiality. Never ever we should underestimate anyone. We should never, that's why we have the concept of Swabhiman and Abhiman. We say self-ego and ego. There's a lot of difference between these two terms. There's actually the basic difference. Each soul is potentially divine. If you have understood and given weightage to each and every individual for their work done, everybody will be happy. That there will be very happy atmosphere, very serene atmosphere, and very calmful atmosphere you can build in your organization, in your workplace, in society also. And for that, what is required? We have to look or look at all difficulties as opportunities. When we say look at all difficulties as opportunities, we should not try to, run away from the situation. We should try to meet the challenges. We should try to overcome from the challenges. We should try to take challenges as an opportunity. If you have taken challenges as an opportunity, difficulties as an opportunity, 100% you are going to grow in your life. If you always try to escape from the difficulties, challenges, stressful situation, then what will happen? Some or other time you'll be catch hold and you don't have any solution for that. Instead of trying to escape from that, we should try to deal with that effectively. For that, and everybody is capable to handle any type of situation. As rightly said, each soul is potentially divine, and in scriptures also it has been said, Ayogya Purusho Nasti Yojaka Tatra Durlabha. Nobody is useless and very difficult to get a good skilled manager or leader. So everybody has the potential to become a leader or manager, and nobody is waste for anyone. Every soul is potentially divine. So in Ayogya Purusho Nasti, nobody is useless. Yojaka Tatra Durlabha. And great leader, good person, good managers are very difficult to get. But if we have this attitude, looking at all difficulties as an opportunity, surely we'll be able to prove ourselves. Each soul is potentially divine. The next law, the principle of harmonizing individual self with the society or world, follow group dynamics. Law 3 talks about the communication. Communication plays an important role in individual's life. The right thing can be also communicated wrongly, and wrong thing can be also communicated very decently, so that people can, misinterpret, misunderstand. So communication plays an important role in individual's growth and in societal growth, global growth, nation growth. Why it plays an important role? Here we say horizontal communication and vertical communication. There are two types of communication: horizontal communication and vertical communication. Any good thing should be horizontally spread, and any bad thing should be spread vertically. Vertically, we should not try to keep discussing the wrong thing or wrong, bad thing about the others. We should try to motivate, appreciate others, even if they have committed some mistakes. Mistakes can happen in individuals, everybody can be done by anyone, but we should try to ignore. You should not be punishing for no reason for a longer time. And it can be spread, it can be communicated vertically only to the concerned who has committed the mistake. Whereas the horizontal spread of good communication, good words or good deeds. So good communication skill is not only when we try to spread the good thing in horizontally without leaving. We should try to that aim to be understood properly and all achievements to be spread horizontally. Every good thing can be spreaded widely, and every bad thing can be skipped, only discussing with the individual, with the concern. It should not be discussed openly in open platform. It should be subsided and should be discussed separately. And this is the law of good communication, which is very important for individual growth. Here also I would like to give a small example. Suppose in any organization, when somebody commits mistake, or maybe it may be by mistake or knowingly, unknowingly, it may happen. It happens in everyone's life in day-to-day activity. It doesn't mean that you are very perfect, you have not committed mistake. It may happen. So we should try to ignore, we should try to convey such a way so the person will not feel bad, and we should try to improve him or herself. Next time, automatically the improvement will be there, will not commit the same mistake. If you keep talking the same mistake to everyone from one to other department, from top to bottom level, then what will happen? They will be demotivated, depressed, and then they'll never able to overcome from that kind of performance, and they'll be keep repeating the same mistake again and again. And the horizontal spread of communication, when we try to if somebody has done very good, a small amount of very small thing also, suppose somebody has won something in your organization as an employee, and then you try to morning prayer or some other platform where all the people are assembling, you can just motivate, give a small token of love or appreciation. The employees will be very much motivated and they'll try to keep performing in the same pace. A good things always will be able to see the changes in their performance level. So horizontal communication, appreciation and motivation should be done, and vertical travel should be avoided where bad things can be ignored and should not affect any individual's performance. Now the love 4, the principle 4 talks about surrender and love, which is basically the bhakti yoga, one of the paths of yoga, surrender and love. The purpose of this love 4 is encourage subordinates like MIT culture, work not on fear or witness. It is nothing like that to make spread the fear or some kind of fearful situation, or maybe afraid, or they should not be hesitating to face any kind of situation. They should be very freely opening. Transparency should be there between all the levels of employee from top to bottom. You should have that, you should try to encourage your subordinates time to time. You should motivate them, support them, understand them, resolve their issues, and then you should have the sense of cooperation, not the competition. What is lacking in present day in any workplace or everywhere, even in educational institutions, everywhere we have that instead of encouraging someone, we try to demotivate someone, we try to pull out their legs, we try to push someone, because we have the feeling of jealousy. We don't want to see someone excelling better than me. How to take revenge and how to pull their leg and how to insult them. So we try to look for opportunity. So instead of doing that, we should have the sense of surrender and love. We should therefore, in the beginning slide, only the first slide, which was where I have discussed about the swan theory, the encouraging subordinates, accept the leader, he will accept you. And of course we know the Japanese, they are very good in photography, and they are very much surrendered towards their country's good. There are a lot of examples and incidents, they never blame country for any mistake. They take all the blames on individual. Even if they have committed bigger or minor or major mistake, they always praise country and they always take all the blames on individual. But whereas what we do, we always try to see, fault in others. We never try to see fault in ourselves. If we really try to correct ourselves, if we have the sense of surrender, feeling of cooperation and love, and sense of encouraging subordinates, transparency, all these principles, all these laws, all these the rules or the yogic principles and practices will really help an individual to grow, first from their overall growth of their personality, and finally that overall holistic personality development or developed person can only contribute towards society and also nation and globally. Now the surrender is expansion, and we know that contraction is death. That is also very rightly said by Swami Vivekananda ji. When we try to expand, the feeling of cooperation and love and surrender, that will really bring the people closer to you. So you can feel that we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the concept. Whole world is your part of family or your family member. If you have this kind of sense of feeling and this kind of understanding about each and every about everyone, then of course the surrender is expansion and contraction is death. If you have surrendered yourself, you have expanded your awareness, if you have this expanded vision of seeing others, then 100% you will be growing in your life and you will be contributing in excellent manner for societal growth, nation growth, and as well as global growth. Now follow the values: surrender, sacrifice, holistic value system, instill new values at your workplace. Very, very important. The 4 laws which we have discussed: new attitude, horizontal communication, surrender and love, and the first one was taking difficulties as an opportunities. These 4 laws or principles, which is based on the yogic concepts, will really help an individual to grow in their life, and finally they'll be able to contribute towards societal, nation and global growth. Now, there are certain practices, there are different ways to perform and get that, to reach to that stage. SVSR has developed one of the yoga module, which is stress self-management of excessive tension. I'm not going into the detail, we have a time shortage, but you can choose any set of yoga practices. It's a practical exposure to your learning, and then there also you will see the growth. It doesn't mean that you can take either any one or two pranayama practice, meditation or asana. Here I have given the example of SMIT program, because this is basically applicable in the corporate sector where they have more stress than any other workplace. They are into this, especially the IT people are very stressed out. Previously the term was given for stress management for executive tension. The full form was this, and now recently we have changed because stress is not common to everyone. It is a common thing, common factor in everyone's life. So it is self-management of excessive tension. This is one of the yoga module which has theory and practice. I don't have time to go into the detail. I mean to say whatever we have discussed, this SMIT yoga module has been focused on these principles, the 4 laws which we have discussed in the previous slide. The SMIT yoga module is basically, or if you say overall, all the yoga practices, the yogic lifestyle, the yoga module, the yoga practices, the yoga principles, the yoga concepts are basically based on the expansion, the depth of perception and expansion of awareness. So when we say depth of perception, how you can grow from grosser to more and more subtler, the Annamai to Anandamai kosha development. And when we say expansion of awareness, how we can spread the awareness, how we can bring the awareness from individual to global level. So awareness means understanding each other and cooperating each other without having any sense of jealous or any ego or any kind of, that what we have discussed under vertical and horizontal communication. Those qualities should be ignored, and nowhere yoga talks or focuses on those things. So negativity should be removed fully and we should grow towards positivity. The positivity of an individual should be encouraged, motivated and appreciated time to time. Now, of course, the teamwork. Yoga also talks about cooperation. Never ever we use the term competition. Sense of oneness, aim of yoga. Yujati Anayam Yoga, the basic, the main simple definition of yoga. Synergy with energy. We need to synchronize ourselves with the others. Of course, in broader sense, everyone, like Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam principle, we need to follow. And synchronization, wherever you belong, whichever place you belong, either it is a workplace or family or society or nation, whichever area, whichever field, whichever place you belong, there should be synergy with energy. Now, overall personality development, Panchakosha development, Panchakosha based personality development, which is the main focus of individual life, and the purpose of yoga is also same. Aim of yoga to follow the yogic lifestyle in individual's life also, to achieve the overall personality development. It is not only intellectual growth, not the spiritual growth alone, physical, mental, emotional, intellectual as well as spiritual growth. All together, all the 5 seats of the body should be. Taittiriya Upanishad, there they have well explained that Panchakosha concept, Annamai to Anandamai, physical body to the spiritual seat of the body. Progress at all level, holistic development of personality, and then growth from physical body to subtler body, Annamai to Anandamai, and finally, if individual has been, grown in this way, if individual has taken care of all these things in their life, at least partially, if not fully, if they have taken care the Panchakosha concept, if they have built their personality, keeping all the other 4 aspects of life also, then only they can grow and finally they can contribute towards growth of society, nation and globe. This is all about my topic and the slides. I'm sorry, maybe slides are not visible or something happened technically. I'm sorry for that. So I'll wind up my session here. Once again, I would like to thank the organizing committee, especially the Dr. Venkata Chalapati sir and Sushila ma'am, Dr. Sushila ma'am for giving me the opportunity, and all the organizing, teaching, non-teaching staff of Annamalai University I'm really sorry for not projecting the PPT properly. I don't know why it has happened. I'm extremely sorry, but here I would like to wind up my session. Thank you so much for listening me patiently, carefully. Thank you, ma'am.
Madam,
Yeah, ma'am.
you finished, madam?
Yes, ma'am. Just now I finished. Yes, ma'am.
Dear participants, please put the questions, any clarification, doubts in the chat box. Madam will answer. Madam, one question, madam.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
is the swan theory?
Yeah, the swan theory is nothing like we say in yoga that swadhyaya, the self-study. When we say in yoga, the concept is there, na Soch, Santosh, Tapas, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhana. So Swadhyaya is also one of the, out of 5 yamas and niyamas, the second limb of Raj Yoga, where Swadhyaya is a one term, which is given for self-study. So Swad is something like knowing about self from all the at 4 levels. One is about self as a strength, self, what are the weaknesses they have, their ambition of life and the need of their life. So these are the 4 aspects which covers in the Swan theory, and part of Swadhyaya is one of the Niyama, Raj Yoga. Yeah.
Thank you, madam. How to expand our awareness? Can it be summarized?
Yes, ma'am. So expansion of awareness is, as I said, all the practices, basically the yoga practices, what we were saying that which is based on the 2 principles, depth of perception and expansion of awareness. So if you take an example, there's a one practice, you take Ardhakati Chakrasana. So when we say expansion of awareness, we try to expand our awareness from, I have mentioned this mid program. We try to expand our awareness from pointed to 3D awareness. Expansion in that, how to broaden your awareness, taking, suppose when you perform Ardhakati Chakrasana or Padhastasana, in the beginning round, in the first round of practice, you would have not focused, only you would have focused on practice. When you add the breath, you will focus more on breathing plus posture. When you go for third round, you will feel what are the changes is taking place in your body. So from pointed, you have moved towards, that more subtler level of awareness. See, from grosser to more and more subtler. Then you try to see the changes, what has happened, taken place in your physical body, at your mental level, at more and more subtler level also. So expansion of awareness covers the growth from grosser level to the more and more subtler level. And can be felt in any kind of practice, whatever you perform, any physical posture or any practice or any meditation technique. When you do the practice, you can feel in the beginning people, when you give the instruction. Yeah.
Thank you, madam. How does yoga control emotions?
Yeah, very good question. See, yoga controls the emotions. We know there's a bhakti yoga. Out of 4 streams of yoga, we have one path of yoga is a bhakti yoga. I mentioned one slide where it was there. Maybe I'm sorry, the slide was not projected properly. Surrender and love. So when we say surrender and love, the emotion culture, bhakti yoga basically try to culture your emotion. Example, when you sing bhajan, when you go to prayer, when you attend any satsang, and when you hear music therapy or anything, you try to culture your emotion. Suppose you are very angry, you are in very negative mood, and you try to go and attend prayer or go to temple and do worship and puja. You feel really change in your emotion. From negativity, you have converted your emotions into the positive direction. And Bhakti Yoga is the best path by which you can emotion your culture, you can control your emotion, and you can convert the negative emotion into the positive emotion.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Is awareness improve consciousness?
Pardon me, ma'am, can you repeat once?
Is awareness improves consciousness?
Yes, 100%, because see, consciousness is a broader thing. When we say supreme consciousness or in see, it is of course, it is very difficult to achieve, but it helps. Over a period, if you are a regular yoga practitioner, following all the principles and practices in your life, if you do, you'll be able to, of course, reach to that stage also. But it is not possible for everyone. It is we say na Abhyasa Vairagya, you have to have the continuity in your practice, regularity with the total dedication and devotion on it. So then only you can achieve these stages, but it is possible. There's a connection between these two.
How to improve our observations?
Yeah, very good question. How to improve our observation? See, I'll just give you, these things can be only understood when you practice something. I'll give you one example. The same, you take one posture. Today you have done first round of Sashankasana, forward bending posture. Tomorrow again the same practice you are going to do it. So what happens, today you would have not observed minutely the changes, what all it has taken place. You would have not performed the practice. The physical posture also you could not perform properly because your awareness is not there. But when you are getting properly, continuously, if you keep doing the same practice, first day, second day, third day, fourth day, over a month, you can see the pre and post changes. The first day, the way you were performing, the changes, what all changes has occurred in your body and mind, you can make out easily the changes, what benefits you have got performing the same practice over a period, maybe after 1 week, 1 month. So it's a continuous observation, it's a self-introspection.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Which kind of yoga is more suited for mind training?
Of course, for mind training, if you say that, you mean to say that, ma'am, yoga postures or any type of practices. It can be pranayama, it can be meditation, but basically mind practices, controlling the mind is more difficult task, but it can be, fine, not 100, but slowly and gradually we can control our mind. We can get the peace and calm of mind performing mainly the pranayama practice and meditation more than asana or physical postures. Like take an example, yoga nidra or any meditation technique. Here, like I have discussed about Smith also, the yoga nidra from Bihar School of Yoga. See, you try to train mind such a way so that mind will be trained over a period, keep doing the same one type of meditation technique, and you will be able to control and bring the balance and maintain the peace and calm of your mind.
Thank you, madam. One more question. How can a physically handicapped person overcome the Adi Bhudaga Dukkha? Adi Baudiga Dukkha.
Yeah, I understand. Very good question. See, Adi Bhautika Dukkha, of course, it is given by God and all that, very difficult to get rid of. But when I say yoga is not only, lifestyle, body, mind, both are connected. When we say, see, if we go into the detailed stress, we say eustress, distress. Most of the problems arises from mind to body. So when we say mind, Adi Bhautika, mostly physically handicapped and all that, okay. But if you are able to control your mind, if you are able to manage your mind, if you are able to make yourself happy, even in that Adi Bhautik Dukkha also, if you have the good connectivity between mind and body, see, we say all the problems are psychosomatic, very rare problems are somatopsychic. So mind to body only gets affected. So if you are able to manage your mind, 100% you will be able to overcome from Adi Bhautik Dukkha also. You have the skill, you have the extraordinary skill which has been given if you have Adi Bhautik Dukkha also, which no one else has. You have seen many people, physically disabled people, they are far better, which they could perform, and there are people, they have recorded their names in Limca and Guinness World. So they have extra sensorial perception, extra ordinary, caliber or creativity, which normal people, they don't have. So only thing they have to control through mind their body, the physical pain, or they have to overcome from that.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. When we are sick, yoga stretches are advisable.
No, when we are sick, we can just relax ourselves. We can do certain pranayama practice like Bhramri Mudra or Uma chanting, Omkara chanting, or some kind of relaxation technique, meditation technique in lying down position alone. We should not go for any physical posture vigorous practices, because it will affect, it will enhance your, maybe it will increase your problem instead of decreasing. So you should go for simple soothing pranayama and relaxing techniques.
How to control hyperactive children through yoga, madam?
How to control that?
Hyperactive children.
Okay, ma'am. We do
through
have
our practices, through yoga practices.
Correct. Hyperactive children can be only controlled giving them, number of rounds chanting, like you can be Narani Sandhan, Brahmri or Triambakam Yajamahe, any kind of louder chanting, and in between you can make them, relax, and then again more and more chanting and more, active participation in the practice will only make them calm down, because physical postures they'll be unable to perform. So more chanting, more soothing pranayama, more louder chanting can help them to bring them down, calm down. Because we do have, ma'am, here personality development camp in the month of April. We only conduct for children in 3 batches at SVSR. So there we have the 10 days yoga, a full residential setup, 10 days yoga program conducted only for children in the age group of 9 to 16. So we have observed, even very several papers has been published using that yoga module, and we have observed that more and more chanting, more and more, active participation in the practice will make them more calm, and they'll forget all this naughty thing.
Thank you, madam. Ajit Kumar explain more about 3D awareness.
See, the best example to feel the 3D awareness is Omkara chanting. When we say Om, Umas levels are together chanted. But when we chant Ma separately, like why I did not give time. The SMIT is a very best yoga module which has combination of stimulation and relaxation. So when we 3 syllables Ma clubbed together, when we chant Omkara, so it really gives the 3D resonance, because there are 3 syllables, chanting, U chanting and Ma chanting. And we try to club all the 3 together in Omkara chanting. So when we perform, we have observed, and also scientifically it has been proven that it really provides the 3D awareness, means throughout your body from top of the head to tip of the toes, you feel the resonance, vibration of Omkara chanting. That is only 3D awareness. We have pointed awareness, we have linear awareness, we have surface awareness, we have 3D awareness. So 3D awareness is all pervasive awareness throughout your body, in each and every part of your body, using Omkara chanting. Yeah.
Thank you, madam. Well explained. Thank you, madam. How to reduce stress through yoga?
Yeah. See, that's right. That's how to see. Whole purpose of yoga is to release stress only. But and what way we do, it's up to us. The main thing is the SMIT program. What we are saying, we have to have the stimulation and relaxation, both principles together, which is one of the unique contribution of SVSA in the field of meditation. When you go, like you would have seen so many, like Chirakas, Dharakas, Dhyanas, and then Yoga Nidra. There are many Vipassana, many meditation techniques are there. When the yoga module, which I was trying to explain, the self-management of excessive tension, which is basically meant for corporate sector people, more stressed up people, how to manage their stress level. We have here in this practice session, we have 3 types of relaxation technique: IRT, QRT and DRT. We say instant coffee. So we have relaxation technique known as instant relaxation technique. In 1 minute sitting on chair in office hour also they can perform instant relaxation technique, which combines stimulation relaxation together. and which really gives the better relaxation in between the office hours. So the whole purpose of yoga is to relax yourself, overcome from your stress. There are different ways, and the SMET is one of the yoga module which is widely used. We have number 100 plus paper published using this yoga module. Stress related areas we have measured, and it has been scientifically proven as an effective yoga module.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Yoga is advisable for post-operative patients.
Post-operative. Yes, ma'am. Actually, yeah. See, yoga can be done. There is a different, like when we say Ashtanga yoga. So, of course, the Yama Niyama, forget asana also we can skip, but pranayama and meditation can be continued. See, because here we are not going to, use any body parts. Even after post-operating also can be done. Pranayama practice can be done easily in lying down position also. Relaxation postures can be performed like QRT, quick relaxation technique, but quick relaxation technique. So here only the simple breathing, abdominal breathing, and whole body awareness. So this really gives you, it has real impact and on your body and mind. So even after post-operative, people can also go for pranayama and meditation, relaxation techniques, not the physical postures where they will be strained and no need to do that. But the benefits will be there when the same, and after that they can go for the normal practices. Yeah.
Okay, madam. Again, Ajit Kumar is asking how it is related to the 3D shape, is related to our diaphragm movements. He is asking with regard to only 3D awareness.
Yes. No. I'll ask.
Diaphragm, is there any relation to the diaphragm movement as well as in shape also? He was asking the previously.
Yeah, ma'am, what he's saying, like actually I is for lower body part, U is for middle body part, Ma is for upper body part. So when we say 3D, so top to bottom we are trying to feel the resonance, vibration and awareness we are going to feel. So as is mentioned rightly, the lower body part from thigh, from waist to the tip of the toes, that is when you chant Akara, you feel the vibration resonating effect in your lower body part. When you chant Ukara, the middle body part from your, neck to the waist, neck to the waist region. And when you chant Makara, it is your facial muscles, your upper body part. And all together, why we say it is a 3D, Ma together, 3 levels, if you chant together, it gives you 3D awareness is a full body resonance. You can feel throughout body, complete body is getting resonated, vibrated, and you feel the relaxation. 3D awareness is that only. As you mentioned rightly, diaphragm. So lower body part, middle body part, upper body part. Ma, and all together Omkara 3D awareness.
Okay. Linga Mudra is useful for COVID patients, they're asking. Whether the Linga Mudra is useful for COVID patients, Corona patients.
Yeah, I'm not expert in that particular mudra, but of course, I see not very much, maybe partially, because Ling Mudra, of course, that is different school has used a different terminology even for mudra also, like for asana posture also. So, but of course, any mudra doesn't have any much side effect, but if it is done properly, partially, not the fully. Yeah.
Which pranayama is useful to strengthen the lungs?
Yeah, which pranayama is, we have this strengthen the lungs. If you say we do have like we do Bhastrika, Kapalbhati, Brahmi, Sitli, Sitkai, cooling, and there are so many practices, but basically for strengthening the lungs capacity, if you really perform that, even the alternate nostril breathing, the Nari Suddhi practice, which doesn't have any side effect, because Bhastrika and Kapalbhati, the bellows breathing, and this has contraindications, limitations. Everybody cannot go. The number of rounds in the practice are very, very prohibited for few people. Basically, those who have comorbidity or high BP, or there are many things which all of you know very well. So, but the Nari Suddhi, the alternate nostril breathing, even the Chandra Nilom Vilom, Surya Nilom Vilom can also, for a period, you can enhance your lung capacity.
Okay, madam, thank you. And we have received very good feedback, madam, about your lecture and clarifications, doubt raised by the candidate. Anulom Vilom Pranayama, they are asking.
Yeah. Anulom Vilom Pranayama. See, basically the purpose of pranayama is to regulate the breathing, channelize your breathing pattern. And why we have to do that? Overall, forget about Anulom Vilom, any practice of pranayama to regulate your breathing pattern, channelize your breathing, enhance your inhalation, exhalation. Then the purpose of pranayama is to expand the exhalation period, then inhalation. We always say that inhalation should be lesser than exhalation period. Inhalation period should be lesser than exhalation period, because exhalation refers to relaxation, whereas inhalation refers to stimulation. So when you perform even Anulom Viloma, over a period, what will happen, the benefit, what you are going to get, you will be relaxing your mind. It will give that there is a direct impact on your mental level. It will relax your mind, your creativity, your all cognitive functions will enhance, your creativity, your memory, your intelligence, your emotions. Everything can be enhanced performing alternate nostril breathing or any practice of pranayama, and you will be able to improve your lung capacity. You will be able to bring the balance, and you will be able to enhance your longevity of life also. So breathing pattern should be regulated, and breathing has to be rectified, and in exhalation period should be expanded, and expansion of exhalation, the period should be enhanced. The whole purpose of performing pranayama, any kind of pranayama, is that only. The objective of pranayama is to regulate and channelize the breathing pattern. Why? To enhance the longevity, to maintain the calmness, to maintain the peace of life. And
thank you,
bring
madam.
the balance between the body and mind. Yeah.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. Really sorry, there was some slight technical issue. I'm sorry, ma'am. Yeah, but I'll share the slides to you, ma'am. Yeah, I'll share the slides to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your wonderful explanation raised by the questions by the participants. Now, dear participants, we have put a feedback form in the chat box, and please send the feedback form. It is available in the chat box. Okay, don't send any questions. Already madam has explained everything. This repeated questions they are asking. Please, any doubt, we will clarify. Madam, your contact email ID, you please put in the chat box, madam. Participants,
Okay,
if you have any clarification, any doubt, you have to send mail. Madam will answer. Madam will put an email ID in the chat box.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. I'll do that. Yeah.
Madam, also participants are requested to need your presentation, today's presentation. Please send it to me.
Sure, ma'am. I'll be sharing to you, ma'am. Yes,
send it to
ma'am.
my
I'll be sharing
WhatsApp. Okay, madam. Okay, you please send it. We will post in the group, madam.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. I think I've sent my mail ID.
Now I propose to vote of thanks for the today's session. Thank you very much, madam.
Just one second, ma'am. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just 1 second, ma'am. Thank you to all the participants for your wonderful questions and for patient listening me. And thank you one and all those who have really given me opportunity to speak here. Namaste. Namaste to everyone. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. Madam has explained very well about the start with the introduction about yoga. Then he has explained man making, how to build the character, and nation building also. And nicely he has explained the various laws of harmonizing self and society. It was very interesting. And madam has clarified all the doubts raised by the participants. Mainly participants were asking about the Omkar chanting and all. how to chant Omkar and all, whether it is useful for the patients due to the pandemic situation. Yes, definitely. Yoga is the one question also I have seen. Yoga is a preventive for COVID-19. Yes, definitely. Madam has explained all pranayama, how to get strengthened for the rehabilitation, also for the post-operative period. Also, it is very useful. Madam has nicely explained. Thank you. On behalf of the IQAC of Annamalai University and Center for Yoga Studies, I thank you, Madam, for the excellent session you handled. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Madam. Thank you, Madam.
I'll be sharing the slides to you, ma'am. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, Madam. Okay, Madam. You can leave, Madam. You can leave.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have put in the chat box again. Please fill up the form. Now I will give the Om chanting only. They are asking many participants have how to chant. Omkar is the A plus U plus M is the Omkar. Okay, Agara, Ugara, Mahara. So before starting any practice, we have to chant Omkar regularly better. So Agara, Ugara, Mahara. So now the Anushantana also they are asking. It's a practical demonstration. Better you have to take a right guidance from the take the practice. So first you have to concentrate on the abdomen region. So sit comfortably and close your eyes. Sit in any meditative posture like Vajrasana or Sukhasana or Batmasana. Okay. So if possible, try to adapt Chin Mudra. Keep on your knees. I'm audible. I'm audible. I'm audible. I'm audible. அவங்க எப்படி சொல்லுவாங்க நீங்க உங்களது வேற பாருங்க உங்கள்ட்ட பேச Dear participants, so Omkar is the three parts, A plus U plus M. Agara, Ugara, Mahara, chanting. So for that you have to sit comfortably, keep your spine erect, adopt Chin Mudra on your top of your knees. Then you have to concentrate on the abdomen region. So close your eyes and you have to take a normal breathe in, breathe out 4 to 5 times. After that, you have to take a deep inhalation, chant Agara and concentrate on your abdomen region. You feel the vibration on the abdomen region. Feel the vibration on the abdomen region. Then you have to concentrate on thoracic region. Take a deep breath. Chant Ugara. Now you feel the vibration on the throat region after chanting Ugara. Then you have to concentrate from throat to head region. Take a deep breath, chant Mahara, produce the sound Im. Now you have to concentrate from abdomen to head region. Take a deep breathe in, breathe out. Chant A, U, Im continuously. Now we have to chant Omkar. Take a deep breath. Again. We feel the vibration from abdomen to head region. Slowly rub your palm. Make a cup shape, place to over the eyes. Release and relax. Okay, this is the demonstration of Omkar chanting. So now the Anushantana and Omkar they have asked. Again, we have to change the mudra and all. During the practical session, we can see the detail in about the Omkar, how to energize the whole body that we can see during the forthcoming session. So I hope all the participants clarified all the doubts. I think we have clarified those who are put in the chat. We have clarified all the questions. They wanted the demo of Omkar and Nada Anushantana. That also we have done. Then you please fill up the feedback form. Now the chat will be closed another 2 or 3 minutes. Thank you, participants, for your patient listening. Thank you very much. So tomorrow is the holiday. Then we have to start the next session only on Monday, 12th. 12th, 13th. 13th, 14th. Then, sorry, 14th we'll have a session, next session. Okay. Thank you very much for your kind support and coordination. Thank you. So if any issues, technical issues, any problem, you please put it in the group. So as much as possible, we have to clarify your doubts, everything. Okay. Thank you for your patient listening. Now we have to close the session. Thank you very much. Thank you.